Welcome to another edition of the Craig Carton Show. My main man, Tyrone A. Johnson, here as always. We got an hour for you all the way to 12 o'clock on SportsGrid, on YouTube. Download the podcast. Sign up for everything we do because we're awesome and makes your life better every single day just being in our presence. Hi, Tyrone. That's so cocky. How you doing today, Tyrone?
I'm doing,
Nobody cares. Great. You're from Philadelphia.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, maybe Bryce Harper got a hit in the third inning. America would have won yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah, how about that?
Yo, how about your boy Judge?
Yeah,
I'm judging him.
I'm so upset.
I'm judging him.
I got to tell you.
Yeah, Harper came through.
I know a lot of people, he did come through. Had two of the only three hits the Americans had. And I love Bryce Harper. Great head of hair, by the way. Wolfman Jack style. Got to love it. That two-run home run in the eighth inning was money good and everything we love about sports. Then, of course, the ninth inning came, and our best relievers on the bench because we have the worst manager in the history of baseball. But good thing Scuba was there in a hockey jersey. You helped out a lot, loser. In any event, though, I got to be honest. I know the rhetoric for a lot of people today, especially diehard Yankee fans, is that game didn't mean a damn thing to us. You know, the season starts next Thursday, Wednesday, whatever it is. Let's get cranking. Blah, 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 blah. It's a pointless, meaningless, preseason tournament. I got to be honest. I watched every pitch of the game last night. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know if I would or I wouldn't, but it was such a close game. I feel like I got my heart ripped out. I do. That game, to me, felt like a Game 7. I was emotional. I was on the edge of my seat. When Bryce Harper hits the two-run home run in the eighth inning, I jumped up, spilled popcorn everywhere, called my kids, hey, did you see the Bryce Harper home run? 2-2. And then Aaron Judge came up. Nobody on base. Tie game, eighth inning, a reeling pitcher who just gave up the two-run bomb to Bryce Harper. I know my player's better than their pitcher. He's got an ERA of 5, in his Major League Baseball career. And once again, Captain America came up small. Now, that's not exactly why you lost the game. If your relief pitchers do their job and you hold them scoreless in the ninth, maybe we go to extra innings and we have one of the great, international games of all time. But for people to say that it didn't mean anything to them, that they weren't emotionally invested in the game, man, I don't know what planet you're living on. I'm upset that we lost. That felt like a playoff game last night, and I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, it was a playoff game, and this is how fans are carving it, because I can say this because Harper came through.
Yeah.
If Harper didn't come through,
and they use to say 2-0.
Right.
Fine.
I'm telling you, Phillies fans like myself would have said Harper didn't come through in a big spot.
Are they saying that about Schwarber because he had the same kind of game Judge had?
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
The only difference was Schwarber did draw a walk, and also we knew going in that Schwarber was like 0 for 12 against that pitcher with 8 Ks against that starter. But the truth is still the truth. It can't be when he fails, it's no big deal. Had Judge came up and if Judge comes up and goes back to back there,
it's the biggest steal of all time.
Exactly.
That's right. It's like Aaron Judge is Captain America.
Right.
He finally gets a clutch hit.
Right.
We win.
Right.
We beat Venezuela. We're the kings of the baseball world. But let's be honest, folks, and I hate to say this, we are to baseball what Canada is to hockey. It's not ours anymore. We have to own that. We embarrassed ourselves yesterday. 3 hits?
3 hits.
And 2 of them came from one guy?
Yeah.
And you're talking about, I don't want to say journeyman, because that's an unfair criticism of the Venezuelan pitching staff. But it's not like Johan Santana is a pitching coach for Team Venezuela.
Right.
He wasn't pitching in his prime.
Right.
We were going up against guys with ERAs north of 4. Mm-hmm. And it was like every Yankee playoff loss I've ever seen. We got all the bats in the world, and some no-name pitcher comes in and shuts us down. And I got to tell you, I'm having a tough day today. I'm frustrated by it. I'm upset about it. It's going to sit with me for a while. I didn't enjoy the Knicks win last night because of it against the lowly Pacers, who are trying to lose, obviously. And I'm sitting there going, and I went online like we all do, and I hear all these people minimizing it and poo-pooing it. I couldn't disagree more. That was a Game 7 atmosphere for me emotionally, sitting on my couch in New Jersey, and I want more of that. I don't care about May baseball. May baseball is boring for a lot of people. But elimination, championship game. And then here's the real thing about it. that did get me angry because we embarrassed ourselves, not just during the game offensively, Tyrone, but after the game. We had to stand in line as the commissioner, my dear friend Rob Manfred, put a silver medal around our necks and on top of our hearts. And I know a bunch of the guys ripped the medals off after they accepted them. But if you want to talk about embarrassing, is there anything more embarrassing than Team USA having to stand in line for 20 minutes and accept the silver medal? Ugh.
It doesn't get much worse. And I think it speaks to the other thing, though, that you were talking about.
By the way, the only good part of that, unlike the Olympics, is that they didn't hand us a white teddy bear, too.
Oh, there you go. But what you talked about, America didn't have any fun. And what I mean by that is they played tight. And Venezuela just went out and played baseball. And I think this speaks to a larger thing. And I think it's related to Judge. They make Judge the captain. He goes to make that opening speech.
And it was terrible.
And now, he could have went, General Patton, but he also could have just had fun with it. Like the Dominican.
He said he didn't know that they were going to ask him to talk because he's unprepared to be a captain. You're 100% right.
And they did, and what you had is a bunch of guys squeezing the bat too tight in a spot where they're the better team. That's what I saw. I saw the pressure getting the guys because they didn't have any fun.
I knew before the first pitch that we were not going to win that game. How did I know? Not a single American player was singing the national anthem. And I tweeted it out yesterday. So they did the Venezuelan national anthem first.
Yeah.
And it was a instrumental. Yeah. Like nobody sang it. And you see all the Venezuelan players with pride singing the Venezuelan national anthem.
But it's a better song.
Okay? It's not a better song.
Star Spangled Banner's a crap song.
By the way, you don't even know the Venezuelan song.
And
don't act like
listening
you know
to it going, this has a better melody.
Stop.
We have the worst anthem.
Listen.
We have the worst anthem.
You're an un-American heathen.
No,
Stop.
I'm not.
All
we
right?
have a bad anthem.
You're already unpopular. Don't become more unpopular.
I'm trying to be more unpopular.
I'm trying to help you out.
You're not trying to help
me. So
bad song.
They play the Venezuelan national anthem, and they pan the guys on the first baseline, and it's to a man. Every one of them singing with pride. Then they play the national anthem. Again, instrumental. They did not have someone singing it. I don't know why. It's a beautiful song.
No, it's not.
And they pan the American guys, and not a single guy is singing it. Bryce Harper, I think, tried to utter a couple words, like under his breath. But from Judge all the way down to the big dumper, who is a joke in this tournament, although he didn't get to play that much. He didn't play the last 2 games. And that makes a lot of sense, Mark DeRosa. The guy had 60 home runs last year. You're down by a run. Let's not put a home run hitter in the game. Moron. In any event, that's another story for another day. And I'm watching going, these guys are tight. These guys, like you said, are not enjoying the moment. Venezuelans singing the anthem, high-fiving each other, hugging each other, et cetera, et cetera. The Americans, 0.
Yeah, and
I got 0 out of them during my national anthem, and I tweeted it out so you could fact-check me that I did, and I called my kids and I go, we're in trouble. These guys are tight.
They were tight.
And they were tight offensively as well. I thought pitching-wise, Noah McClain did fine.
He was fine.
All right. The relievers came in.
They were fine.
Other than the 9th inning.
Yeah, they were fine.
Obviously did their job. But I'm telling you, Aaron Judge is now going to have to live with this for a long time because the narrative on him has been greatest hitter in the game, multiple MVP awards, first ballot Hall of Famer, but in the biggest of spots. And I know he had the game against Toronto last year, down 3. It's a 3-run home run. I get it. And that was clutch, absolutely. But they made the same mistake right there that the New York Jets made with Aaron Rodgers. You picked the wrong guy to rock the flag before the game started. And I've seen this before, Tyrone. I've seen this story before. Aaron Rodgers, in one of the great pregame moments we've ever seen on the anniversary, sadly, of September 11th, running out of that field at MetLife Stadium with the American flag right there. And we have chills watching it. Aaron Judge kind of lazily walking out there with the American flag. And the results, sadly, were the same. Aaron Rodgers out for the year. Aaron Judge, clutchless. And that's our lives. couple other things from the World Baseball Classic. There's so many angles to this. If I had to blame one guy, I'd blame Mark DeRosa. He had that team tight. We were just talking off the air where the Venezuelan team brought in like actresses and actors and singers, and people are like have a good time and you party with. And I've mad respect for Robert O'Neill. I've had him on shows I've done. He's the Navy SEAL that is credited with putting the bullet in Osama bin Laden's head. I know some guys dispute who pulled the trigger, but he's taking credit for. He's the guy that pulled the trigger and killed bin Laden, so I'm certainly not going to argue with him. And he does tell a hell of a story about that raid that night. But it wasn't like we came out of the gates like, let's kill somebody. Let's defend democracy. So I don't know what speech Robert O'Neill gave the guys because we're not privy to it.
Right.
But whatever he said, those guys came out like, man, that's, I just played baseball.
Right.
I'm a little scared now. We're the Navy SEALs.
Right.
So
that was before.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, and that was before.
And by the way, we got the dictator from Venezuela. The Venezuelan people are not our enemy.
No.
We love the Venezuelan people. We didn't like Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, who ran roughshod over those kind-hearted, good people, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like we have an agenda or built-in biases against the country of Venezuela.
Right.
They're good people.
Right.
They just fell under the control of a dictator who's a bad guy.
It didn't fit the moment. It's supposed to be fun. Sports are still supposed to be fun.
You would think.
So to bring that out instead, and whatever speech he gave, even if it was the greatest speech, it's about murdering a dictator. That's what the...
But we didn't come out of the gate like, rah!
No!
Like first inning, knock their pitcher out because we're still living off the steam of that pregame speech. We came out tight.
Dominican, when they're playing, Venezuela, when they're playing, Puerto Rico, when they're playing, they're singing and dancing and stuff. They asked Paul Skeens before his final start.
Yeah.
He says, I'm dedicating this game to the servicemen and women. Great.
Which is awesome.
Great. But that's not fun.
No.
And nobody was having any fun.
No, we didn't have any fun at all in this entire thing. I blame Mark DeRosa for that. I blame Mark DeRosa for Mason Miller not pitching the ninth inning. The guy hasn't given up a single hit in 6 years. He's the best closer in baseball right now and has dominated the competition. So if he's got the uniform on, if he's in the dugout, why are we not pitching him? And the answer afterwards, which is a lousy answer, is, well, I had to show respect to the Padres. He's the Padres closer, of course. And I was only going to bring him in if we had the lead in the ninth inning. Dude, you're the home team. How could you ever have the lead in the bottom of the ninth? The game would be over.
Right.
Mark DeRosa embarrassed himself on the global scale. You have that. Then again, I know the big dumper, Cal Raleigh in Seattle, did not have a single hit in this tournament and left 9 guys on base and was altogether brutal. But he is a home run hitter. Yeah. And not playing him in the last 2 games when you might be devoid of runs, that doesn't make sense either.
Right. Well, why not have him DH? Schwarber against the starter was 0 for 12 with 8 Ks. How about Dumper's your DH that day? Schwarber, you're a pitch hitter off the bench. That's a simple thing.
I'm just saying something.
I'm saying.
And then, they asked permission of USA Hockey and those guys if they could rock the American hockey jerseys, to walk into the locker room, still kind of feeling the results of the gold medal run for USA Hockey. And that's great. And I liked it. It was a good image. But if you lose and you get 3 hit for the entire game, you shouldn't be allowed to wear Team USA Hockey, who actually won the gold against a better team.
Right. As
you
underdog.
were the best team.
Yeah.
We have the best players. Man, I feel like Canada.
No way.
And I don't like Canada. I'm banned from Canada. I'm not allowed to cross the border into Canada.
Well,
true story.
Well, that's tough.
I'm not allowed to go into the country of Canada right now without a special pass.
Because of your previous...
Because I'm so handsome, Tyrone. That's why.
That's not why.
That's why.
Previous indiscretion.
Canada's like, we can't have any more handsome ball guys in this country. We got enough. True story. I'm not allowed to go into the country right now without a special pass from the Prime Minister or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I ain't looking to go anyway.
Well...
I ain't looking to go anyway. But I feel Canadian today. Because Venezuela stole baseball from us last night. And I don't want to hear this crap about the game didn't mean anything. The real season starts next week, and that's the only thing that matters. If that's the case, then why'd you watch it?
Right.
If that's the case, then why were you so vested in trying to disprove the narrative that Aaron Judge is not clutch? Because it meant something. That's why. International competition always means something.
Of course.
Always means something. And last night was embarrassing. I give Bryce Harper credit. He had the single earlier. I want to say in the 6th. I might be wrong on the inning. Probably wasn't the 6th. Maybe the 4th, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was earlier, yeah.
And then in the 8th inning, of course, 2 outs, man on base, down 2. Dude grooves a fastball, and Bryce Harper says, "Thank you, doctor." Throws the bat. I thought it was awesome coming around third base, showing the American flag on his arm. Team comes out of the dugout. Like, if that wasn't awesome, and it was, like, then you could tell me the game meant nothing. But if you jumped out of your seat and you high-five the person next to you when Harper hit that 2-run home run, then you cannot say because we lost, the game didn't mean nothing. The game meant something.
It did. Now, if you want to make the argument that it meant more to Venezuela, maybe I could go with that. Maybe. But you can't say it didn't mean anything. It meant a lot. And you can't lie and say you aren't judging your star players off of it, because you are. I feel better about the Phillies knowing Bryce Harper's on my team.
Bryce Harper did his job.
Because in a big moment, I know he can do it.
I agree.
And if you're the Yankees, and if you're the Seattle, and a lot of these teams, you are factually looking at your stars differently.
By the way, Bryce Harper had 2 of the Americans' 3 hits, a 2-run home run in the 8th. Aaron Judge, the captain of the team, Captain America they were calling him, had 4 at-bats. He had 3 strikeouts and a weak ground ball to third base.
Yeah.
That is not clutch.
No.
That is not Captain America stuff. And for a lot of Yankee fans, that's same old in a big spot. And it's probably not a fair narrative, if I want to be honest with you.
It's not.
But it is the narrative.
Yeah. It's real. Fair or not, it's real. And the only way, Judge, and this is going to be over the Yankees all season long.
Yeah.
The only way to break this is for him to come through big and win a World Series.
Like,
that
Aaron
period.
Judge's season doesn't start till October now.
Yep.
One last thing about the baseball. It's a positive thing, and why there's a good chance I'm leaving my wife and moving to Venezuela. Can you show me the video of the Venezuelan fan with the movie style popcorn? What's up? What's up? I don't know why that guy's got an empanada in his hand, but I love you, Venezuela.
Wow.
I feel like I'm a Venezuelan today. We're all Venezuelan today. God bless. back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyron Johnson here as well. Let's move off of baseball for a moment if we can. Do some NFL with you. It's now official. The NFL season is going to open up on a Wednesday. That's right, a Wednesday. The Seattle Seahawks will open up the season. We do not know their opponent yet, but the Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champions, open up on Wednesday after Labor Day. And then on Thursday, you get the Australia game between the Rams and the 49ers. So the NFL, recognizing that they are the NFL and they want to dominate and take over every day of the week, is now going to have multiple games on Wednesdays this year. The opener of the season is going to be on Wednesday. The normal Thursday start to the NFL season for the defending champion is now going to be the second game of the year, and that's going to be Rams against Niners from Australia. No Friday game, which we've had the last couple of years. The first one ever, I think it was the Eagles and the Packers in Brazil.
In Brazil, that was
if
the
I
first,
remember that correctly.
Yeah. The last year was on YouTube.
Yeah,
Mr. Beast was all over.
So that's official now. You've got Wednesday opening of the NFL season with the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold. We don't know their opponent yet, but that is now official.
Now, my thing about it is, do we like Wednesday, Thursday more than Thursday, Friday? I don't. I don't like it more as a fan.
If you gave me a choice,
yeah,
all day, every day, I'd take Thursday,
Friday, right?
Yeah, because Friday, obviously, you don't have to get up for work the next day.
Exactly.
You can enjoy it. Obviously, we're going to watch it. We're not claiming we're not going to watch it.
Of course we're going to watch it.
But for guys that get up early in the morning like we do, frankly, selfishly, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I'm talking about the average just working fan that works anything earlier than a 9 to 5. Especially on the East Coast,
yeah.
I just think Wednesday squeeze them. We're all going to watch. I also don't
think if it's your team playing, you're happy about it.
You're not. You're right. It's not the traditional start to the season that you want.
I think we accept Thursday night games out because they've happened for so long.
Yeah.
So I think if your team played on a Thursday night once, during the season, you can kind of plan around that, and that's okay. Obviously, later in the year we get the Saturday games. That's all good. Monday's been a staple for 50 years. That's all good. Look, we're all going to watch it. It's going to be big numbers. I don't think NFL fans, frankly, really want a Wednesday game.
Right.
I think there's going to be a little pushback on that from NFL fans on social media. We're going to watch it like the sheep we are.
Right.
But I think there's going to be a pretty decent-sized pushback on shoving Wednesday night football down our throats. I do.
And the other thing is, I've talked to people that are the working people, and what they'll do is...
What do you mean by that?
The people, regular people, because
you actually talk to you're proud of that, like you want a prize for that.
No,
it seems like you want a plaque.
No,
like
I'm trying to make the explanation.
Said, I talk to regular peasants.
Yeah, I'm more saying that I'm more of a regular person than you.
That's not what you said.
But I wasn't.
I didn't want to be rude to. You wanted credit for talking to.
No, I didn't want to be rude to. I didn't want to be rude to.
No.
You talk to Lil Wayne and people like that.
Lil Wayne's my friend.
Right. You have friends like that. My friend is a guy that paints.
Yeah.
Right.
And but that's not the point you were making.
Yes, I was.
You wanted credit for talking to normal people. It seems odd that you want a plaque for that.
And people that when they say a Thursday, they go, I can suck it up for one day.
These are regular people say that?
When they stay up late, right? When you do a Wednesday, and then you're going to follow with Thursday, and they're working people, they end up falling asleep because of the early morning.
I don't know if they fall asleep or not, but you're funny. I'll tell you that. Not even on purpose.
I was just trying to tell you.
You're trying to make a point that, look at me.
I'm the regular man.
I give back to my community.
Right.
I talk to regular people.
That's right.
People with normal 9-to-5 jobs.
No, earlier.
Busting their ass trying to make ends meet.
The working men and women.
And you want like a pat on the back for that?
More Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood Carton. I was saying, you were speaking from the Hollywood. I'm speaking from the regular. That's all I was saying.
That seemed like you wanted a pat on the back.
I always
I'll give it to you if you want it.
A pat on the back?
All right. I'll give you a pat on the back.
I don't mind the pat on the back. I don't mind. Here we go. Here we go. All right, cut it on. There we go.
My guy has friends who are regular people, and he wants to give a shout out to you regular people out there.
The working men and women out there that are Wednesday, Thursday's tough when you got to wake up for work on Friday. They're going to be tired.
We're going to watch it, but it sucks.
It's going to be tired.
It's forcing us into being miserable at work.
Yeah.
And you regular people that Tyrone likes to talk to from time to time when he comes down from his perch as a homeowner. Yeah, he likes to talk to regular people just to keep himself grounded.
That's right.
Every now and again. The second story, talking about grounded, and I think I'm the only one in America that reacted this way to the Maxx Crosby interview. And I get Maxx Crosby's pissed off at how the Baltimore Ravens kind of played him and flew him out there, and then gave him the medical test, and then said he failed the test, and as a result, they backed out of the deal with the Raiders. but there's one aspect of the interview that rankled me.
Okay.
Not so much you, because you only now and then talk to regular people, as opposed to me, as a regular guy that only talks to regular people.
You're walking into a trap here.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit.
Here's Maxx Crosby talking about how insulting it was, his method of transportation going from Vegas out to Baltimore.
They don't have it.
We don't have it.
They told you they have
It's
it.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll just paraphrase it.
Go.
He was upset that they didn't fly in private.
I've never flown private.
Yeah, he was upset that the Baltimore Ravens flew commercially to D.C. and then he had to drive to Baltimore. Get over yourself, dude. Come on, man. How do you get to fly private?
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
I wait until I get the tournament bracket. Then you'll see me start to talk about who makes a run, who's right to get picked off. You go back to last year, look at St. John's, right? They were on a roll. They got Arkansas, who was a better version of St. John's.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
I wonder if you could argue UConn's more overseeded than, like, the idea that UConn was battling for a 1 seed, quite frankly, never made any of sense to me when you look at where their metrics were stacked.
UConn will be great as long as they don't play St. John's, apparently, in the tournament. They're good to go there. But you put them at a 5, Kevin. Now here we go again, like last year, Bill Self versus Rick Pitino.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Everybody has to develop, you know that. Think about Joe Burrow, okay? The beginning of his senior year, he was projected a 6th round draft pick, okay? And that's after playing a year at LSU. So Arch still has some developing to do, but he does have the potential to be a great player.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here. Just one tip for you married guys out there. It doesn't always work when you slide into bed and your wife is sleeping at about, 11 o'clock at night, and you try to pretend that you're Venezuelan to celebrate the World Baseball Classic. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How did you, or the person, I don't know if it was you.
That was my wife.
Yeah. How were you?
I slid into bed last night talking Spanish. And my Spanish is basically Tony Montana broken English.
Yeah.
And I tried to wake her up.
And he's Cuban.
Because, listen, Venezuela beat America. I figured, why should I celebrate that? Right? So I thought a little role play last night. We would celebrate with some sexy time as if we're Venezuelan. So I slid into bed. I have some maracas in my closet. I brought the maracas in. I did a little dance, got into bed, and then I said, say hello to my little friend. And she wasn't happy about it. She wasn't happy about it. I got, why would you wake me up with that nonsense? That kind of thing, you know? And another thing, I find a lot of women that you might wear like Invisalign or stuff to bed.
Yeah.
They're not interested in sex after they fall asleep with that thing in their mouth. I learned that too last night.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
Yeah, because it gives them like bad breath and stuff.
Yeah.
So I learned that the hard way last night too. Because I got the maracas. I pretend to be Venezuelan. I hop into bed. I start talking like Tony Montana, figuring we're going to celebrate the Venezuelan win with little bonus sexy time. And I got slapped. I'm not going to lie to you. I got slapped a few times.
Wrong instrument.
Yeah.
Now, while maracas
Wrong instrument?
Yes.
The maraca.
They are used in Venezuela, but they're not the top instrument in Venezuela.
What is the vuvuzela?
No. The cuatro. It's
I don't know what that is.
a 4-string guitar.
I don't have a 4-string guitar
Well,
laying
you
around
need
my
to get
house.
one. Or you want to be authentic or not? That's why you got told no.
Just last night.
Had you been more
I wanted to be
authentic,
Venezuelan in the
would've worked.
moment.
Right. Had you been more authentic, it might have worked.
I even put on Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin's not from there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Ricky Martin is clearly from Puerto Rico.
I put on Ricky Martin in the background.
You knew he was from Puerto Rico from the Super Bowl.
I came in with the maracas. I had some Ricky Martin going on in the
secondary
background.
instrument. You needed a real Venezuela and a cuatro.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Well, you didn't help me out.
I didn't know you were going to try that.
So you should try it tonight with your wife. Pretend you're Venezuelan tonight. See if that works.
Think so.
But don't wait for her to fall asleep with Invisalign in. It ain't sexy.
All right.
I'll be honest with you. But I also didn't need her to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? Honey, you could sleep right there. Daddy's happy. I'm okay. Anyhow, I'm so upset about that loss in the World Baseball Classic, man. Let me just finish the Maxx Crosby point.
Yeah.
Maxx Crosby, who I like a lot. He battled his demons. I think he had an alcohol problem.
Yep.
Hasn't had a drink in like years now. So God bless him on his recovery and all that. That's awesome. But he actually complained that the Ravens did not fly him and his family private, that he had to get on a commercial plane like the rest of us.
Yeah.
And because there was no direct flight, I guess, from Las Vegas to Baltimore, they flew him to Washington, D.C., and then he had to hop in a Uber or something and drive from D.C. to Baltimore, which I guess in traffic, maybe it could be a long drive. He claimed it was a 2-hour drive. And he was like, I knew that was a minor league organization. How dare you ask me to fly commercial? And I'm saying to myself, dude's made over $100 million as an NFL player. If you want to fly private, right?
Yeah.
But I hate when guys bitch about mundane things that you and I have as our only method of transportation. We're not flying private. We got to get on United Airlines from Newark Airport and do a TSA.
Now,
You don't hear me complaining about it.
no, not.
I lost a lot of respect for Maxx Crosby complaining about having to fly commercial.
Just unrelated to
Yeah,
this.
unrelated. Go ahead.
Because I've only flown commercial.
Yeah.
Have you ever flown private?
I'm sorry?
Have you ever, not now, I'm
Yes.
saying, have you ever flown private?
Yes, I have.
And I'm just going to ask you this
Yes.
question. I want you to be honest now.
Yeah, I never lie to you.
All right.
Yeah.
So, being that you've flown private.
Yes.
And you've flown commercial.
I've done both. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, in that event.
Yeah.
What is the drop off for us regular folks?
Yeah.
Right? From private air travel.
It's a good question.
Down to even first class
And
commercial.
they did fly in first
Right.
class.
So
acknowledge
what's
that.
the drop off
Yeah.
from private? Because I don't know. You can really illustrate this for the people.
Okay, that's a fair question.
Yeah.
Having flown private a lot.
Oh.
Yes.
A lot. Oh.
And been on some amazing twin-engine helicopters. A lot.
A lot.
The drop-off from flying private to flying first-class commercial.
Yeah.
I'll give you a sports analogy.
Okay.
That everybody can understand it. Is like going from Michael Jordan, okay? I'm not going to say LeBron.
Okay.
I know you want me to. It's like going from Michael Jordan to you.
Oh my God.
That's the drop-off.
So.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
take that. I don't even take that as insult.
I'll do you one better.
I don't take that as
It's like
insult.
going from LeBron to Stephen A.
Okay, as a basketball
Is that
player.
better?
Right. So, like
Yeah.
either one, right.
Go ahead.
So, I believe your Crosby point in the macro sense is correct.
Yeah, he's bitching about flying first class. Like, go F yourself.
But
Yeah.
he's likely flown private.
Yes, of course he has.
And therefore, he thinks,
Yeah.
new team, I'm getting ready to have a little of that.
Owner's got a jet.
A little of that Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Instead, he got Stephen A.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I can understand disappointment on the micro level.
By the way, I think if you've experienced private travel and you are accustomed to private travel, I don't care if it's the greatest first class experience of your life, it ain't private. Now, the only airline that I've flown on first class where I would say it's close is Emirates.
I've seen these online.
Yes.
They're very nice. They're luxurious.
I've flown Emirates twice.
Okay.
And I can tell you that Emirates first class is stupid. I had a spa. I got a massage. I took a shower.
They take a custom meal.
There was a nightclub. I had a Michelin-rated chef coming to my seat saying, "What would you like to eat?"
You can just pick.
And I said, "What's on the menu?" "Whatever you want."
So, Crosby's wrong.
Yeah.
But I think from the outside, I kind of think he took it as, if you were really excited to have me,
Yeah.
and you're a billionaire and you're a billion-dollar
That's fair.
organization.
That's fair. It's all like, what have you experienced in your life? It's all relative.
I think that
Yes.
he's wrong.
If you've only flown private the last 5 years of your life as a wealthy man, and now you're being forced to fly commercial, you might feel a certain way. That is a very fair statement to make.
He's wrong because he's talking to people that are making $20 an hour. So he's wrong.
And let me say this. I miss private travel. Like, I've been humbled enough. Row 36 on Spirit Airlines. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
it's tough. That's got to be a tough.
I think I've earned the right to maybe dabble again in the private airfare sector. I used to have part ownership in Marquis Jets. In Wheels Up. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And now I fly on Spirit, and it's not fun.
Well, maybe you do the helicopter somewhere. Maybe you do the helicopter.
I've sworn off helicopters.
Oh, because of safety?
I did some dumb things on helicopters.
Okay.
That it's a minor miracle I'm alive today.
Okay.
Forcing certain pilots to fly in certain situations that they never should have flown me in. So I feel like I've cheated death. In that regard, would I ever get on a helicopter again? Yes, if the situation presented it. But I'm not eager to get back on a helicopter.
Okay.
Unless it's a twin-engine, two-pilot, Stravorsky,
then
I'll consider it. But I ain't getting on those Bell 407s anymore.
Is there a chance that I, this summer, can get a hookup to fly from here to the Hamptons one time and back?
On a helicopter?
Helicopter.
Yeah, Blade, $250. $250.
How many people am I with?
You could put, I think, on those helicopters 6. 4 for sure, maybe 6.
All right.
But it's $250 a head.
It's not too
By the
bad.
way,
It's not a bad deal.
It's not a bad deal.
Because
you beat all the summer traffic.
All that traffic.
And it's like 18 minutes.
Yep.
From here to down to Southampton. Highly recommend it. I've done it. It is a life-changing experience, and it's $250 a person. So you can definitely afford it. So I'll set you up with the owner of Blade.
I appreciate
and tell him that you're looking for some special travel.
That's right.
Now, do you bring your wife, or do you bring that Venezuelan girlfriend of yours?
I'll figure it out.
Who's also your wife?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, coming up, some basketball. The narrative on one player is legit, and it was proven again last night. I'll explain. to the Craig Carton Show. Tyron Johnson is here as well. So I was thinking after last night's World Baseball Classic, and Aaron Judge going 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, a weak ground ball to third, and chance to actually win the game in the 8th inning after the Bryce Harper home run. Nobody on, 2 outs, hit a home run, bang, we go home happy, right? And I was trying to think if we all agree that right now today as we sit here, that Aaron Judge is the greatest player without the clutch gene associated with his greatness. Is that a fair thing to say?
Absolutely.
I was trying to put together a Mount Rushmore of active players who are the greatest players in sports today that are great but lack the clutch gene.
Okay.
And I put together a list, okay?
All right.
So let's start with Aaron Judge. He's obviously number 1 on that list, okay?
Yep.
3 strikeouts last night. Obviously, if you look at his postseason numbers, he's batting like 200, and it has not been pretty for a guy that's a multiple MVP award winner and arguably the best hitter in baseball. In the biggest of spots, he has come up lame more often than not. So Aaron Judge is on my list. You agree with that one?
Can't argue with it.
All right, let me go to number 2. I'll go to the NBA. In the NBA, I think James Harden fills that bill.
Yep.
First ballot Hall of Famer,
Yep.
has played on, 6 teams now, is a great generational scorer, but go look at what happens in the biggest moments in the postseason. James Harden comes up small.
Absolutely true. He's had games with double-digit turnovers in a deciding game. He's had series where he scored 40 points and single digits in the same series.
I think that Rockets, the Game 6 in Houston.
He did it with the Sixers as well. And he didn't make a basket in a Game 7 after scoring 40 earlier in the series when the stakes were lower.
All right, so we're 2 for 2. These are the greatest players that are least clutch in sports. So you have to be a great player to make this list, okay? Because these are all first ballot Hall of Famers. Number 3 on my list is one of my favorite quarterbacks in all football, Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. But when it comes to the playoffs, Lamar Jackson's numbers dropped significantly. And obviously, won AFC Championship game at home, couldn't win that. Has a tough time beating Josh Allen, has a tough time beating Mahomes. And as great as Lamar Jackson has been, he does not have that clutch gene in the postseason.
True, and also the turnovers in the big games. Turnovers in the big games. So his numbers might look good outside of the 2 fumbles or the interceptions.
Yes, and the 4th one for you stays in the NFL. He's a Fugazi MVP award winner, and last year was supposed to be the year where he finally broke through because you had no Ravens, so no Lamar Jackson in the postseason, no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, and the only guys you had to beat in the AFC were second-year quarterbacks in Bo Nix and Drake May. And while I think they got screwed earlier in the year with the non-touchdown pass to Likely, the reality is this. That's obviously speaking about the Ravens.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was supposed to be the year that the Buffalo Bills made their run to the Super Bowl.
And the reason I'm glad he's like number 1 in this way, I know you didn't put it in order. He also has cried more than those other 3 guys combined after.
Yes.
Oh, my teammates.
Yeah.
And then he lets his teammates down and he does it again. Now they've added a wide receiver. They've added all these players. Are we going to get in January another bit of tears, another crying?
Probably.
Because he comes up short.
So those are the 4 guys that are actively right now. That's the Mount Rushmore of great players who are not clutch. But to be fair, when you say you're going to do a Mount Rushmore,
that's 4.
You're only allowed to do 4.
That's right.
But there's some other guys I think that are deserving of being on that list as well. There's one in particular that I just couldn't put in the top 4, but I kind of feel like deserves honorable mention.
Now, let me guess now, because there's some hockey guys that haven't good. Ovechkin has all those goals in hockey. You left the hockey guy out. He has
but he's won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, he has 1 ring.
But he's got a ring.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not a hockey guy, so it's not a hockey guy.
It's not a hockey guy.
No, you could guess if you want.
Hockey guy. All right.
Not a hockey guy.
Not a hockey guy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to think, is there any great pitcher right now that isn't getting it done?
Is there a great pitcher in baseball that's not getting it done?
That's the tough one.
I guess Max Scherzer.
Oh, you know what? World Baseball Classic, so he's kind of still at the. You're going to have Kershaw up there, Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
They have rings, but he is stunk.
Yeah.
Kershaw.
Not there, not Kershaw. As a matter of fact, I'll help you out. It's not baseball either. So hockey's out, baseball's out. There's one guy I think if people are watching the show right now are saying to themselves, well, those guys all make sense, but there's a glaring omission.
First ballot Hall of Famer, you said?
Yeah, I think this guy is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Well, that's a solid one.
Chris Paul. I mean,
no, it's not. No,
okay,
sorry.
Chris Paul.
But you have the right sport.
All right, basketball.
It is an NBA player who's a guaranteed bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer, but in the postseason, not very clutch.
He gave himself his own nickname, Playoff P. Paul George.
No, sorry.
Because he's a Hall of Famer.
Not Paul George. First ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah.
Not Paul George. You give up?
All right, one more. Let me give him one more.
Go ahead, take one more.
All right, I'm gonna go to the Knicks because he's been a very good player.
Bernard King?
No.
No. Patrick Ewing?
No.
No. This guy's active.
Small guard, right.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson. That's tough, harsh, but he hasn't won yet.
Jalen Brunson's not a first ballot Hall of Famer yet,
Could be.
He might get there, but he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer today. And he did take the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, that's more of a knock on the
he
Knicks
also has
than-
the nickname Captain Clutch.
No, he's not.
So how are you going to tell a guy who has the nickname Captain Clutch that he's not clutch?
Well,
Okay?
I was looking for rings. That's
He
all I
got
saw.
to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh.
You know who it is?
No.
I think it's an obvious one. At least it is to me. Mm-hmm. You can put it up there, guys. Go ahead. Bang!
Now get the hell out of here.
Bang!
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
He's got 4 rings.
Hasn't won a title in L.A.
Yes, he has.
Not one that counts.
It does count.
No, he
has 4
doesn't.
rings.
First chance
2
in
with the
Miami.
Heat, 1
Lost
with
to the
Cleveland,
Dallas Mavericks.
1 with Miami.
Yeah. Just saying.
He's got 4 rings.
You think LeBron James is a clutch player?
Yes.
Have you seen his numbers in L.A.?
I have
when
seen.
he takes the last shot of a game in regulation or overtime
I have seen.
with a chance to tie or take the lead?
See quite a few numbers.
He's
for
only made
LeBron.
1 basket in the last 30 attempts. He is the definition of not clutch. But I want to go from there to a quick other NBA story if I can, okay?
Uh-huh.
Because last night, your Philadelphia 76ers got waxed by 40 against the Denver Nuggets.
Without their 4 to 5 best
And
players.
guess who decided once again to evade all that Jokic smoke?
Got no idea.
Because your guy's so afraid of playing against the
Andre
Joker.
Drummond?
He once again said, sorry, coach, can't go tonight. Joel Embiid, for the 12th consecutive time, has ducked playing against the Joker and the Denver Nuggets.
He hasn't played in 2 weeks.
Has once again
He hasn't played in
ducked
weeks.
the Joker.
He's been injured.
He's afraid of Jokic.
He's injured.
He don't want no smoke.
He hasn't played in weeks.
Lost by 40, and your star
Maxey
once
was out
again
too.
says, "Oh, it's
Paul
Joker?
George was out.
I don't want to
Maxey
play."
was out. This is
It's
ridiculous.
embarrassing.
This is ridiculous.
embarrassing.
No, he's been injured.
Yeah.
Like he always is.
Yeah.
Hurt.
He's now missed more games than he's played in his NBA career. That's the real Joker.
This team could be an ATS machine.
Yeah, you know what? I got excited. I usually get excited about the Jets in the offseason and kind of think, they could be sneaky better than people give them credit for. And even this Geno Smith deal, I originally kind of rolled my eyes and thought, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? And then you come to the conclusion and you realize, Kevin, they're paying him $1.3 million a year.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
This is not a probability market. This is an information narrative market, which, by the way, there are already people who know the answer to this question. So
Yes.
you are not, you're not battling getting the right price. This is not math. This is who the hell knows where Taylor Swift might get.
Yeah.
You know who knows? Taylor Swift's people.
Prediction Markets Edge. Only on SportsGrid.
Well, still, even though he gave up that home run, Tom, you know the number's going to be there. If he stays healthy, who's touching that guy?
Well, you mentioned him. The only player I've interest in betting on for the AL Cy Young this year would be Brian Wu. And it's a combination of everything. It's a combination of the odds. It's a combination of his underlying skill set, where I believe he's trending in terms of his career.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
On the Thunder side, while they haven't had their stars totally for the entire regular season, they're still 3-4 games ahead of where the Spurs are, and that says a lot. Without SGA, without J-Dub, who's missed a large chunk of the year, Chet missed some time, for them to be still good enough to keep winning and stacking these wins, it means something, and it's actually building confidence for those others.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
back to the Craig Carton Show. For those of you that enjoy women's basketball, which is 3 of you,
Yep.
Get ready for the final season of the WNBA.
Wow.
There's a new verbal agreement on a new CBA, which is going to raise the average salaries in the league from up to about $600,000. It's over $500,000, just under $600,000.
Yeah.
Minimum salaries are now going up from about $120,000 to just over $300,000, and that just means a league that has never once been able to pay its own bills, that has been subsidized every second of every day by the NBA, is now officially going to go bankrupt after this season. So for those of you that thought the ladies should fight for what they deserve, unfortunately, is nothing because they don't produce any income. And the revenue growth, while great with Caitlin Clark, comparatively to every other year, has been better. They are losing a boatload of money, continue to lose a lot of money. They're now going to open up the regular season on May 8th. Nobody's going to care unless Caitlin Clark is playing. She is still a great draw, and I will absolutely give you that, and sells out arenas. And maybe Paige Buckets is close to her in popularity after her great rookie season.
And a better basketball player.
Maybe.
She is.
But she's not as big as Caitlin Clark, of course.
No.
And A.J. Wilson, who's the best player in the sport, is dwarfed by both of those ladies. But you're going to sometimes be careful what you ask for. Because now that for this year, you're getting a raise that you feel like you deserved, and good for you, you're going to drive the league into absolute bankruptcy, and the WNBA will not exist a couple years from now because greed overtook common sense, and the NBA is not going to support it forever because billionaires don't like losing money year after year after year. So celebrate it now. The ladies are going to get a major increase in pay, and that's great for them. And in 2 years or 3 years, whatever it is, the league will disband and the WNBA will go away because of the greed and ego of the ladies that think people in America care about women's basketball. Sadly, we don't. And it's not a knock or a shot at the ladies who play. They're wildly talented, and they play a great brand of basketball for women, but America will never care about women playing basketball. So all you've done while enriching your own pockets for the next couple of years, which I respect and I understand the fight for that, you've also now started to suffocate the sport, and the sport will be gone in 2 to 3 years because it cannot sustain itself if you start paying the ladies the amount of money you're paying them. So congratulations in the short term. In the long term, I guess learn how to weld or become a plumber, because you're going to need a job in 3 years because the WNBA is not going to exist. I know you love it, so say what you want to say.
Well, it's just what you said was just not accurate.
It's okay.
Like, it's just not accurate. The whole team's getting $7 million now. The whole team's getting $7 million.
That's the salary cap, yeah?
That's the salary cap.
Yeah,
$7 million.
too much money.
It's not too much money.
Too much money.
And to insult those ladies for no reason
No, I didn't
to me.
insult them.
Yes, you did.
They're wonderful
because what
at
you're
what
saying,
they do.
Yeah, you're saying they're wonderful at what they do, and nobody cares, and they'll never make money, and the league won't exist.
It'll never.
You're wrong about that. The owners, the players, you act like they hold a gun to their heads and made them. This was negotiated because the owners can afford it. Please do not let Craig Carton talk you into pouring a damn cup out for billionaires, because they're so, those poor billionaires giving these girls $600,000 that are on TV. Their Supermax is $1.4 million.
Yeah.
That's not
way too much.
It's not too much.
It is.
It's factually not too much. And their revenues went up last year, because you can say the thing wrong. They went up last year by $200 million. They're trending in the right direction factually. The league is going to exist.
The league's going to die a slow death.
And while in every other sport, the players get roughly 50%.
Yeah.
So once you start doing what they get 50%, these players will get 19%.
They deserve 3.
The owners will get 81%. It's just not a real argument to complain about.
If you're going to pay the owners back for the last 20 years of this nonsense,
they don't need to be paid back because the NBA paid them. The owners have been made whole. The owners have not reached it.
If you want to be in the business of losing money,
they haven't lost any money. The WNBA
Yeah.
owners have to date lost 0 cents.
I said NBA owners.
What do you mean?
NBA owners have taken a bath because they've subsidized
They
the
haven't
WNBA.
taken a bath. This is a small amount of money.
Nah.
This is pocket
I'm
change
glad you're
for the
happy
league.
about it. By the way, I've never once told you not to watch it.
No.
If you enjoy it,
What I'm
I think you
saying
should.
is-
Matter of fact, when are you buying season tickets? When's that happening?
When the team goes to Philly.
Yeah, because my guy David Edelman's buying a women's team.
Yeah, that's happening.
And they're going to start, I think, next year, right?
Yeah, I'm already
Are you
on
going to buy
the list.
season tickets?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see the bill when it comes in.
I'm going to get it.
I want to see proof that Tyler Johnson
2 seats.
Because I always said this.
2 seats.
For all the people that complain
2 seats.
about us not talking about women's basketball and all the nonsense with it, if all of you guys actually went to a game, attendance might be good enough to sustain the league. It is a dying product that nobody wants to watch. That being said, congratulations. You guys got a raise. Real quick, I know you want to move to Florida.
No.
There's a big change in Florida with the law, so I'm not sure if that's going to change your desire to move to Florida. They actually voted on whether or not you're allowed to marry your first cousin, and it is not outlawed.
What?
So in the state of Florida, you are now legally allowed to marry your first cousin.
Oh.
Look at me, my first cousin.
Bald, too.
Wait, she's bald?
Yeah, she's bald.
Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.